Here today to talk about a couple of weed issues that we're having. Now, here in Columbus, soil temperatures are now in the upper 50s, and so we do have crabgrass that's germinating. If you have areas that have crabgrass issues, I hope you got your pre-emergence herbicide down. If not, remember there are options out there for materials that are both pre and post-emergence, such as dithiopyr. Also, there are some combination products that are on the market that combine things like Barricade and Drive, the active ingredient in Drive, which is quinclorac. So, those materials are available, but again, crabgrass has germinated and will start to become an issue for us. It'll become visible, about the middle of June. But for now, what I want to talk about is a weed that we're getting some questions on. It's called yellow rocket, and this is a winter annual or biennial weed. It actually doesn't compete very well with turf grass, and so where we're seeing people having complaints with it is usually in landscape beds or right at the border of a landscape bed and turf grass. Again, this weed doesn't tend to be that competitive with turf, but it is something that's quite visible right now. It's called yellow rocket because while it does form a basal rosette, and you can tell it from shepherd's purse because the terminal lobe of the leaf tends to become heart-shaped at maturity. It's called yellow rocket because it sends up a fairly tall flower cluster that has bright yellow flowers on it. If you have yellow rocket in turf, it's easy enough to control. You can use things like 2,4-D, carfentrazone, dicamba. These are all registered and will work fairly well. Now, unfortunately, none of those herbicides are particularly safe for use on ornamentals. In fact, none of them are registered for use on ornamental beds. And so if you have yellow rocket in your ornamentals, what you should do right now is make note of the problem and then be aware that it will probably come back next year. And there are pre-emergence herbicide options that you can apply in the fall. That would be either dithiopyr or isoxaben.